And now,
A Zone It 91.3 91 second movie review.
5, 4, 3, 2, and
I've been lucky enough to visit Disneyland a number of times, and on each occasion the Jungle Cruise was a must ride. As someone who appreciates a good dad joke, I love the fun and corny nature of this ride. So when it comes to this movie adaptation, for the most part I found that the Jungle Cruise manages to adapt the charm of the ride quite nicely. Though I would imagine for anyone who hasn't ever been to Disneyland, Dwayne Johnson's character introduction would have felt somewhat cheesy and out of place. The Jungle Cruise relied heavily on characteristics of adventure flicks like Indiana Jones and Pirates of the Caribbean, and while I originally thought that would be the film's downfall, I ended up being more into it than I had originally expected to be. The actual jungle and Amazon River set pieces were well executed and didn't feel like you were watching a CGI backdrop the whole time. The CGI creatures were, however, quite obviously CGI, but while I also went into the movie expecting that to be a negative, the creatures were done just well enough to not be distracting. Another major plus with the film is the performances. Emily Blunt and Dwayne Johnson were great in this, and they had wonderful chemistry together. Jack Whitehall was a good add-on comic sidekick, and I liked that they gave his character a fairly notable backstory moment. Jesse Plemons has this habit of becoming my favorite character in any movie that he's been in, and he ended up accomplishing that in this film. Now, the problem with the film is the pacing. When they're not in a thrilling action sequence, they're in a bit of a dialogue-heavy lull. And while a few of the quieter moments were heartfelt, many seem to expose the bloatedness of the overcomplicated plot. But while it wasn't perfect, I found the Jungle Cruise to be similar to that of a monkey with a banana. Quite appealing.
that's a wrap.